So something is definitely happening today. I don't know what, but there's just too many things going on for this to be some random coincidence. So, first thing, wake up this morning, go on my computer, check my email, and I discovered that the three videos I submitted to Amazon got denied. It's this side hustle thing that I'm doing, and I got accepted. I had to build up the Facebook page, and I got accepted into the program. Then I had to submit my first three videos, and they have to approve them. And once they're approved, then I can start, submitting more and getting commissions. So anyway, all that to say, I've been working towards that for the last week and a half, maybe 2 weeks at this point. And this was kind of like the final step. And so far, everything went really well. So I just kind of assumed, like, oh, okay, I'm going to get accepted. Everything's going to go fine. And then I wake up this morning. Yep, turns out that they were rejected. And of course, no explanation whatsoever. So I don't know what to fix. I'm speaking to a few people who got accepted just to get their feedback and see what I can improve. But anyway, that's the first thing. Second thing is, early this afternoon, I had an interview which I was 100% sure was today. In fact, it was supposed to be last week, and there was issues, so they weren't able to join. We tried for half an hour, and finally they're like, you know what, let's just reschedule for next week for today. I thought at least, but it turns out it's tomorrow. So basically, interview got not really postponed, but I'm pretty sure that we agreed to Tuesday. And it's just when they booked the appointment, they booked it for Wednesday instead. So I don't think I was wrong. I just think it's like, in my mind, it was supposed to be on Tuesday, but it was just booked for the wrong day. So up until I discovered that it wasn't today, it was technically scheduled for today. So anyway, second thing. Then third thing is I'm not sure exactly when this happened, but at some point today, I get this like random thought that pops into my head of like, you know, what if I go running today and I just start like throwing up like, bloody chunks. Like I don't know exactly what it would be, but obviously I picture it coming from my lungs. And it's just such a random thought. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like that would be gross. That would suck. Moving on. And then I kind of forget about it. And then, after the interview and I'm done looking for the jobs for the day and everything, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go for a run. Now, normally I prefer to run on an empty stomach simply because it's just easier. It's like you don't get as many cramps and it's not as heavy. And it makes more sense for me. That's pretty much what I've always done. But today I already ate and I'm like, you know what? It'll be fine. Whatever. Who cares? Like I've run after eating in the past and I didn't just eat right now. So it'll be fine. And I go out and I'm like, you know what? Normally I walk up like halfway to the mountain to enter the park, and then I run the second half way up the mountain and, start running around and do what I got to do. But today I'm like, you know what? Let's try to start running from the apartment and run all the way up the mountain. And the way that it's set up, so basically there's two parts to the park, and in between there's a cemetery. And the only way to get from one part of the park to the next is to cross through the cemetery. Otherwise, you have to do like a huge, like 3-4 kilometer journey all the way around to get to the other half. So, what I did is run up the mountain, cross the cemetery to get to the other half because it's bigger, there's more paths, and it's more fun to run there. And about 3/4 of the way through the cemetery, I'm going up like a hill and I'm really like exhausted. My body's about to give out. And it gets to the point where my body's like, yeah, I'm not going to go anymore. So I just like stop. And like at that point, I'm running like so slow. It's pretty much faster to walk anyway. But anyway, like I pretty much just like give up at that point. Like I tried, I pushed myself, and it's just, I guess it was one of those days. And about 10 seconds after I stop running, I get this sensation of, oh crap, I think I'm gonna throw up. So I look around and, remind you I'm in a cemetery, so not exactly a good place to find trash cans or anything to throw up into. And it's not like I'm in the middle of the woods where I can just kind of like go off the beaten path in the woods and throw up there. So I look around and there's this small like stone wall with flowers like planted inside and everything. So I'm like, all right, let me just go sit there, catch my breath, focus on not throwing up, and hopefully everything will pass. So sit down, couple of seconds in, I'm like, ah, crap, it's coming right now. So just basically spread my legs and start throwing up. And unfortunately, because I ate earlier today, it's not the like very liquid kind of throw up, it's the very chunky, very gross kind of throw up. Especially since I ate 2 peppers earlier today. And let me just tell you, throwing up peppers is disgusting. Like that pepper taste, it's just like, oh, it's just like you really freaking taste it when you're throwing that up. And of course, it's really windy. So as I'm throwing up, the wind is like blowing it, and like, speckles of puke are like going on my legs and my shoes and my arms. And I'm just like, oh, this is so gross. Like, it sucks. But there's nothing I can do about it. So, finish throwing up, you know, kind of wipe what I can off my arms with like leaves that I find in a nearby tree, and, clean myself up enough that people won't notice that I just threw up on myself. And then I walk another kilometer and a half to get to a place where there's a water fountain so I can, drink and rinse my mouth out and get that taste out of my mouth. And there's also a bathroom so I can go and, use toilet paper and wipe off the what's left of the throw up, basically. So so I go ahead and do that. And on the walk home, it suddenly hits me. And like, those kinds of realization that hit you so hard that you literally stop dead in your tracks? It was one of those. And it was a reminder of, wait, I remember earlier today when I, for some reason, randomly had that image of me throwing up bloody chunks. A couple hours later, go for a run and throw up after having eaten peppers. So even though they weren't bloody chunks, there was literally red chunks coming out of my mouth. I'm like, what are the odds of that? Like, I don't know when the last time I threw up was, but it's long enough that it's like, why would I randomly think of that? And why would I randomly picture red and then I throw up pepper? It's like that combined with everything else that was supposed to happen that didn't go the right way today. I'm just like, there's something going on. I don't know what it is. I don't know what this means, but it's definitely something. And at this point, I don't know if it's good or bad. I hope that it's not bad because my mind automatically goes to, all these bad things that happened today. I'm waiting for the results of my biopsy. You know, if you think about this logically, that would be the next logical thing. The hospital calls me, say, hey, you have cancer. So I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to focus on that because I don't want to manifest that. But yeah, there's definitely something going on today. So yeah, not really sure what this means. Hopefully my next update will be an explanation of what this meant. If not, well, I guess it's just a crappy day. And in the meantime, I guess I'll go take a shower because I'm still kind of semi-covered in pukes. So I'm going to go take a shower, then chill the rest of the day because I've realized that there's no point trying to accomplish anything today. Nothing is going right, so let's just lie in bed and relax for the rest of the day. Hopefully, things won't get any worse.